Hello, this is Marjorie Phoenix and welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to do a quick follow-up video on the importance of your story that I did a couple days ago. And I've been really thinking about this as I've been spending more time in self-reflection about my work and my purpose. And as I reflected on that, I thought about how all of this began in the first place. It all started with my story, because of my story. And when I realized that the work that I'm doing and sharing my story is not about me, then I could make a difference in the world. And and I think back at that first night, at the beginning of my story where I spent the night in jail, I knew that night, there was just for a brief second, I knew something was going to come of this. I had no clue what, no idea. Didn't have time to think about that, but I just felt that in my spirit. And then fast forward a year later, I wrestled with the idea of sharing my stories. People continued to tell me, you really need to write a book. You really need to share this story. And I didn't want to do it. And then I heard in my spirit that that sharing my story was not about me. Writing this book was not about me. It was about the women that would go through or have gone through what I have experienced. And that God wanted them to know that the same way that He was there for me, He would be there for them. And so that was a calling. That was my calling. That was my mandate to step forward and to start sharing my story. And as soon as I did, other women right away raised their hands and came up to me and just told me what a difference it made and how much it encouraged them in their own journeys. But interestingly enough, even from writing that book, I had no idea that that would lead me to then start my own nonprofit organization, Giving Voices Project, that I would start the New Beginnings retreats, that I would start running circles, story time and wine, that I would be doing the work that I am doing with others and the impact that I'm making. And so I just want you to know that if you can get out of your head, right, and stop the self-judgment, the self-criticism, holding on to some superficial values about not sharing your story and not being ready. And this is not to push you, but this is just to encourage you, because this might be the thing that is really blocking you because you're holding on to some things you really don't need to. Think about who's going to benefit from your story. And if you remember from some of my previous videos I shared, before you start writing, just think about who is your audience? Who are you writing for and to, and who's going to benefit from your story? Why do they care, right? These are the people that are going to have an impact from your story. This is where it becomes bigger than you. This is where you get outside of yourself and you say, it is about helping others. It is about the people I want to serve, the people that I want to support and encourage and make an impact in their lives. And when you do that, you can start to write feeling a little bit freer about sharing your story and being honest about it. So I just wanted to come on here and just encourage you in that when it's time to write your story, don't be stuck in your own head about it, because it's not all about you. It's about those people that you want to write your book. That you want to read your book, to purchase your book, and to say to you one day, and I'm telling you, the day this first person says to you, wow, I read your book and your story just impacted me. It enlightened me. It affected me. That is it right there, where you realize it is really not all about you. So thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and come back again. I hope you stay healthy, safe, and well. Bye-bye.